What's happening, Earthlings? This is Dan here, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a home studio on a budget of less than $500. So let's get started. The first step of the process would involve creating noise barriers to prevent outside noise from entering your recording space. But before you actually go ahead and start buying stuff, you should make sure the sound levels inside your room are below the minus 60 dB mark. So you have to ascertain whether or not you actually need noise barriers. If you have a decibel meter, that's great, but if you don't have one, you can easily use one of the free phone applications available on either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Download that application, stand inside your recording room and take the readings. If the readings are below minus 60 dB or maybe occasionally hitting minus 54 dB to 55 dB, you actually have a quiet recording space and don't need to create sound barriers. However, if the noise levels are consistently above the minus 50 dB mark, you have a problem. Thick concrete walls usually don't let sound through. Almost always it's the windows and doors that are difficult to soundproof. And those are the areas you should be focusing on. Soundproofing using double glass panes is probably the cheapest option, and it also offers decent results unless you are living in a really noisy neighborhood. The second step involves treating the room acoustically. If you can afford fiberglass wool or stone wool, that's great. Get a few slabs of them and then put them up on the key reflection points inside your room. You don't necessarily have to plaster your entire room with fiberglass or stone wool. If you can just cover up the key reflection points, you're good to go. In most rooms, that would mean covering up to around 30% of the room. This is going to give you great results, but if you're strapped for budget, you can also hang carpets and blankets. Maybe that's not going to look that good, but well, if you don't have the budget for stone wool or fiberglass, then that's what you'd have to make do with. After treating your room, you have to decide whether or not you would like to show your microphone in your videos. If you plan on using a dynamic microphone, the microphone is definitely going to be appearing in your videos. However, if you plan to use a shotgun condenser microphone, you can keep the microphone out of your camera frame. Based on what you plan to use, you have to place your microphone stand with a boom suspension arm in such a way that the sides and back of the microphone have acoustic treatment on the walls. You don't want any room reflections coming back and hitting the microphone. Now that you have dressed up your room for audio work, we are now going to focus on the video aspect. Now, this completely depends on your tastes and how you would like your room to appear on camera. For this, you have to first decide how you would like to dress up the background wall behind you. If you want a completely clean look, then go for a single color or maybe even a jet black background. For that, all you have to do is paint your background wall in single colors and make sure that the paint is totally non-reflective. This looks more professional. However, if you would like to show a bookcase or some of the furniture, you have to place that accordingly and make sure that it's not receiving more light than you. So you have to place your video lights accordingly. You don't want the furniture to be the center of attraction. Many YouTubers nowadays prefer to have a jet black background because that not only looks cool but also allows the viewer to focus completely on the subject without getting distracted by walls and furniture. If that's something you would like to do, then you can click on the link in the description and go to that video and check out the steps. So go ahead, plan first and then start designing your fantastic home studio and record something fantastic. This is Dan signing off for now, and I will see you again in my next video.